What's that? Oh, it's the infernal chimes. 12 o'clock. Was it a dream or not, Marley's ghost? He said it would be haunted by 3 spirits.
Remembering his visit from Marley's ghost and the promised visit of 3 more spirits, Scrooge took his bony limbs under the covers, as if he could hide from the spirits. Suddenly, and without warning, the curtains around his bed were drawn aside, and Scrooge sat up in bed to find himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who opened them. It was a strange figure, like a child, yet not so like a child, like an old man diminished into a child's proportions. Her hair was white, but her face had not a wrinkle in it. She carried a fresh green branch of holly, and her clothes were trimmed with bright summer flowers. She was hardly a frightening ghost.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Christmas past?
Yes, rise and walk with me.
With that, the spirit took Scrooge firmly by the arm and made towards the window.
Please, spirit, I'm mortal, and I'm liable to fall.
Bear a touch of my hand, there you shall be safe.
The spirit laid his hand upon Scrooge's icy heart, and suddenly they passed together through the wall and out upon a country road, with fields all around. The darkness and mist of the city vanished, and it was a clear, cold winter day, with snow upon the ground.
Why, I was born and raised in this place. I was a boy here.
Do you recollect the way?
Do I? I could walk with a blindfold.
They walked along the road, Scrooge recognizing every gate, post, and tree, until they came into the village. The street was busy with carts and wagons, and people in a joyful mood. All the boys were in great spirits and shouted greetings to one another, until the broad fields were so full of merry music that the crisp air laughed to hear it.
Merry Christmas, Lauren and Zoe.
And the same to you, Mike, and a Happy New Year.
Look, it's Mr. Sota. I used to go to school with him. And Stephen's grandma, my old playmate.
As the crowd moved about, Scrooge knew and named everyone. Why was he filled with gladness when he heard them give each other a Merry Christmas? What was a Merry Christmas to Scrooge? Add upon Merry Christmas, what good had it ever done him?
Look, the school's not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I see the boy.
Scrooge looked upon himself and remembered that Christmas long ago and wept to see his poor forgotten self.
What is it, Scrooge?
Nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my doorstep last night. I wish I could have given him something, that's all.
Let's see another Christmas in the past.
Scrooge's former self grew larger at the words, and the spirit showed Scrooge a young man, all alone, walking up and down despairingly. Suddenly a young girl came darting into the room and put her arms around his neck.
Dear, dear brother, I've come to bring you home for Christmas.
Home, little friend?
Yes, home for good and all. And you're to live with us and never come back here. And we're to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
What a delightful little girl, and what a large heart.
So she had my sister Fan. Poor thing.
She died a woman and had, I think, children.
One child.
Your nephew, I believe, who invited you for a Christmas dinner.
Yes, the same.
The spirit again took Scrooge by the arm, and they transported to another Christmas past. This time they were in a large city. It was evening, and the streets were lighted up with Christmas decorations. The ghost stopped at a certain door.
Do you know this place, Scrooge?
Know it? Why, I was apprentice here. And look, it's old Fezziwig. Bless my heart, it's Fezziwig alive again.
And there you are, Scrooge, quite a grown young man.
And there's my fellow apprentice, Dick Wilkins. Oh, bless me, yes, there he is.
Ho, there. Ebenezer, Dick. Yes, sir. What is it? Ho, ho, my boys. No more work tonight. Christmas, Dick. Christmas, Ebenezer. Let's have the shutters up. Come on, before a man can say Jack Robinson. That's it. Julio, clear away, my lads. Let's have a lot of room here. Julio, Dick.
Done in a minute, sir.
Julio, Ebenezer, cheer up.
Done in a minute, sir.
Bring in the fiddler. Let's get on with the dancing. Miss Fezziwig, come along now.
In an instant, the room was transformed into a festive hall. The fiddler took his place and began tuning away like 50 stomach aches. In came Mrs. Fezziwig with one vast, substantial smile, followed by the line of three Miss Fezziwigs, beaming and lovable, followed by a line of young men whose hearts they broke. In came all the young men and women employed in the business, In they all came, one after another, some shyly, some boldly, some graceful, some awkwardly, some pushing, some pulling. In they all came, anyhow and everyhow. The dancing began. People swirling in circles, girls laughing, cheeks bright red, and Old Fezziwig clapping his hands, urging all to enjoy themselves.
Well done, Fiddler. A Merry Christmas, everyone.
The gaiety went on, and when the clock struck 11, Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig stood on either side of the door and shook hands with everyone as they left, and wished each a Merry Christmas. During the whole time, Scrooge was living this Christmas. His heart and soul were in the dancing and the fun. Then, when everyone had left, he saw Scrooge behind him, watching him.
A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude, eh, Scrooge?
Small?
Why is it not? Old Fezziwig has spent very but little of our mortal money to make these people merry.
It isn't that. He enjoyed doing it. Every Christmas he gave us a party. He made our work pleasant. The happiness he gave us was as great as if he had spent a fortune. Yes, he made us happy at Christmas.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I should like to say a word or two to my clerk, that's all.
My time grows short. There's one shadow more. One Christmas past you must yet see.
Again, Scrooge and his spirit moved to another time, another place. They looked upon a woman sitting in a comfortable room with her family. The noise in this room is perfectly tumultuous, for there are more children there than Scrooge in his agitated state of mind could count. Each child was conducting himself like 40.
It's Belle. I was a close friend as a young man, and might have married her. For my business.
I'm home.
It's Father! It's Father!
The father entered laden with Christmas toys and presents. Then the shouting and struggling and the onslaught began. The joy, the gratitude, and ecstasy. After the great uproar had nearly shaken the house down, the children were packed off the bed, leaving the husband and wife finally free to sit before the fireplace.
Belle, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Who was it?
Yes.
How can I? How should I know? Who was it?
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, was it?
Yes, I passed his business window this evening. It was not shut up, even on Christmas Eve. And he had a candle beside him so I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner lies on the point of death, I hear. There he sat, quiet, alone in the wall, I believe.
Spirit, take me away from this place.
These are the shadows of things that have been. Do not blame me for what they are.
I cannot bear it. Take me back, Spirit. Harm me no longer.
Suddenly, Scrooge was back in his own chamber, alone. He was exhausted and drowsy, and he had no sooner fallen upon his bed. Then he sank into a heavy sleep. It was 2 o'clock.